Palmer's price tag was only revealed following talks with Chelsea. Sources told Football Insight Chelsea value sensation Cole Palmer at more than £85M just 6 months into his time at the club. Football Insider can reveal that the London club are ready to hand him a big new contract to reflect his importance to the team. Palmer is not currently among the highest paid players at Stamford Bridge, and it is believed he will be given a significant pay rise if a new contract is signed. Chelsea's willingness to negotiate comes despite his current contract running until June 2030, with the Blues keen to keep the midfielder happy. Kaká revealed the reason he rejected Chelsea and chose Real Madrid. Speaking on Spanish radio station Cadena Cope in November 2009, Kaká revealed Ancelotti almost lured him to Stamford Bridge. As quoted by the Daily Mail, he said, "It got to the point where it was better for Milan and me to part ways. When Milan opened the door to me, it was a sign. I no longer have the same motives as the team, and if the time comes that I have to leave Milan, I always want to play in Madrid. I could go with Ancelotti to Chelsea, but I told him that it was the right choice. It was my dream to go to Madrid." Abramovich never gave up in his efforts to recruit Kaká. According to the vice president of AC Milan in April 2012, Chelsea made an astronomical bid of £60 million for the Brazilian. Chelsea are willing to pay Victor Osimhen's release clause. The Blues are in dire need of a quality striker, and journalist Rudy Galletti has revealed that they are willing to pay the Nigerian international's release clause at the end of the season. Osimhen has a release clause of around €120 to €130 million, and Chelsea are now negotiating payment terms with Napoli. Agreeing personal terms with the striker would not be a problem, and Osimhen is reportedly interested in a move to Chelsea. Osimhen helped Napoli win the league title last season, and he scored 31 balls in all competitions. The striker has scored 13 goals in all competitions this season, and there is no doubt that he can transform Chelsea in the final third. Osimhen has also been linked with other clubs in recent months, but it seems only Chelsea are willing to spend big money on him. The Blues will be desperate to bounce back strongly and return to the top 4 next season. Bringing in a quality striker like Osimhen could make a big difference in the final third and help them turn things around. Fenerbahce wants to bring in Lukaku on loan. The Blues have no plans to keep Lukaku, claims Italian journalist Fabrizio Romano, which is good news for Fenerbahce. However, they may still face problems when trying to sign him. In November, the Evening Standard reported that Chelsea were interested in selling the Belgium international and had put a £37 million price tag on his head. As Fenerbahce want to do a loan deal, they may not get the player unless Chelsea change their stance. But Lukaku clearly has no future in West London, and his loan to Fenerbahce would be his third in a row. Laporta has shut down £85 million transfer talks for Chelsea target. Last month, the Spanish media put forward one idea, and that was Barca midfielder Jong. They named Stamford Bridge as a potential destination, along with Premier League rivals Manchester City and Manchester United, in a deal that would cost potential buyers £85M. But now that the matter appears to be resolved, Barca president Laporta has clarified publicly that the player will not be moving. He said, "The last thing he wants is to leave Barcelona. He has told me more than once that he is happy to be here. We have a margin. We are happy with him. I'm not worried about anyone, and if someone wants to leave, we can't go against the player's wishes. But I think everyone wants to stay, and we want everyone to stay." Nottingham Forest will ask for around £50 million for Chelsea transfer target Murillo. The Blues, Arsenal, Liverpool and Newcastle are said to be interested in signing the Brazilian if he is available for transfer this summer. Nuno Espirito Santo believes the 21-year-old has a bright future and they will not let him leave for less than his current market value. Thiago Silva is expected to leave Stamford Bridge after 4 years when his contract expires at the end of June. There are also doubts surrounding Trevoh Chalobah's future, while Wesley Fofana's poor injury record makes him unreliable. Mauricio Pochettino may only have Levi Colwill, Benoit Badia-Chile and Axel Disasi available as options in defensive midfield. Therefore, this area needs to be strengthened. so it is not surprising that the Blues are interested in Murillo. Whether he is worth £50 million or not is another matter. Scott Minto claims Sterling can't kick the ball properly. According to Minto, Sterling did not control the ball well enough and should not have taken a penalty or free kick for Mauricio Pochettino's team. Speaking about Raheem Sterling on TalkSport, the former Chelsea defender said, "Raheem Sterling failed in the one-on-one versus Leicester City. He missed a penalty that he shouldn't have taken in the first place. It should have gone to Cole Palmer. Remember the penalty he scored against Manchester City at Stamford Bridge, and he took all the pressure against his former team in the last minutes with everyone watching, and he was able to overcome it? And Raheem Sterling, as good a player as he is, and it feels silly to say that because I don't like marking him, but he's never really hit the ball well as a professional footballer, so I wouldn't put it in a free kick or penalty." Gareth Southgate responded to Ben Chilwell's criticism after England's defeat to Brazil. Chilwell started on England's left wing, but struggled to make an impact up front, while Brazil exploited the space left by the Chelsea defender. Then Chilwell was replaced by Joe Gomez in the 67th minute, and his performance raised further questions about his ability to replace Luke Shaw, who is out until April with a hamstring injury. But speaking after England's defeat at Wembley, Southgate said, "There were a lot of really good performances. It was a top-level game. We controlled most of the game and had as many attempts on goal as they did. This is a classic match against a South American team. In competitive play, there may be more cards dealt. We knew we expected that, and we played out from the back really well. I'm not unhappy with much about its performance. In the end, it was the cruel moments that decided the game, but there were some individual performances that were important for us. Anthony Gordon was outstanding on both sides of the game. Ben Chilwell was very good. He was aggressive defensively and gave us the wings. We have to handle him carefully because he has been out for a long time." Todd Boehly hopes to sell Kepa and Lukaku to a Saudi Arabian club. As per Eurosport, Chelsea will enter another transfer window in the summer, and the names of players to be released continue to grow. The Blues are looking for fans of Kepa Arrizabalaga and Romelu Lukaku. It is not surprising that Chelsea would want to offload Kepa, especially considering his lack of playing time at Real Madrid and the club's acquisition of other goalkeeping options. With the Spaniard no longer Los Blancos' first choice and Chelsea having secured a replacement, it makes sense for both parties to look for a transfer. Likewise, Lukaku's future at Chelsea appears uncertain, with reports suggesting the club are willing to part ways with the striker. Lukaku has struggled to replicate his best form since returning to Stamford Bridge and could be deemed unfit as Chelsea look to reshape their squad.